Hello guys. I just want to point out that during the recording this video, I made a few mistakes, so I have edited those out or have made corrections. So you will notice that the video is a little bit jumpy here and there. It jumps between bits of information in places, but it is all accurate and it is still a good tutorial. The reason it is so long is because I actually do two different vehicles. The first one is most common aircrafts. So the template files have both the texture files and the normal files within the template file that it provides. And the second is for aircrafts that come with just the texture files. They don't come with the normal files. So that is where we get into the War Thunder CDK and using the Asset Viewer application to find the normal files for those aircraft so that we can make um, reflections or chrome parts on vehicles like that.
What's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to show you how to do custom skins with Chrome Effects with the normal maps, because I've noticed there's a lot of information online about how to do the custom skins, mostly for aircrafts. There's not much on tanks. On this tutorial I'm definitely going to do aircrafts because they're a little bit easier. But there's a lot of information that is now either outdated or just not accurate anymore. So and there's next to no content on the normal maps. So I'm gonna do this A36. This is what you do. So you go to the customization tab, you press this little button over here, comes up with this, creates a skin in the games root folder. Then you want to make sure you have a program that can edit a Targa, or I think it's called a Targa, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but in any case I like to use GIMP. It's nice and free. Go to File, Open, and then I will go the long way around. Go to your wherever the game is installed for you. So I install mine through Steam. So I will go to my Steam Apps, Common, War Thunder, User Skins, and the game will have created a file in here, starting with template. And the one we're doing was the A36, so it's the P51 A36 in this case, because it did come up as that. And what you get in here on this aircraft is these .tgas. This A36 underscore N is the normal map. This A36 underscore olive.tga is the main texture files. I will open both of those right now. So to do this quickly, I'm just going to create a couple of differences on this. There is some misinformation out there that the color black creates a better chrome effect. That is not the case. This tool right here is a color select tool. I click the wing, so it's going to be roughly all of those colors there. Undo that. I'm just going to quickly go to colors, hue saturation. This color is a subsidiary of the yellow, so it's going to look weird and dodgy because I've changed the colors in places that I shouldn't have, but it's only to prove a point. So to show you how to do the normal maps in the Chrome and how that works, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these stars. These are roundels. I don't know technically if these are roundels with these side through things, but in any case. Okay, so my first piece of advice, which I probably should have told you before you started doing your texture, hopefully you'll have watched all of this before doing your texture at all, is you want to make different layers of the things that you want to be chrome mostly. So I'm going to quickly control C to copy these selections, and then I'm going to control V on this layer. It comes up here, you want to press this button and that makes it its own layer. So now what we have is just those stars. See, this yellow box is the layer size. So what I want to do, and trust me, you definitely want to do this because it makes it much easier. Right click on the layer, layer to image size, so it creates it to the size of the entire box. And then I'm going to copy it again, control copy. Then we'll go on to the normal map. Now, control V, obviously it comes out like this again, so you want to press this button down here, and that is added it to its own layer, so they are still there. And normal maps are very simple, so you don't obviously need all this detail in there. Although you could leave it there, I guess, if you wanted to, but in this case, I'm not.
Okay, guys, so I messed up in the recording of this, so I have to dub over it here now. Select the layer that you've got with all the parts you make in Chrome. Go to Colors, Threshold, bring the middle slider all the way to the left so that it's white. Press OK. Then you want to duplicate that layer 2 times, so you have 3 individual layers of the white stars, roundels, chrome parts, whatever. Then you select the top layer, and you go to Colors, Colorize. Then you select the red color, and it should still appear white. So what you need to do is step it down in the lightness thing to minus 0.5. So you just press the little down arrow on the lightness by 5. You do the middle one. The middle layer needs to be the green layer, and then the bottom layer needs to be the blue layer, and both of those also need to be stepped down by 5, or the lightness needs to be brought to 0.5.
Okay, so literally after possibly an hour and a half to 2.5 hours of literally recording silence and me working out the best values, I'm finally happy with the result. Look at that. That twinkles there. You can see it there on the side. On the wing just there. On that side there, and that wing just there as well. It's very nice. So, I finally got it right with the red layer on top, the green layer in the middle, blue layer on the bottom. My blue layer is 24, green's 8, and the red is 48. I'm happy with that result. It's not perfect. I've done better. I can show you the vehicle itself. The wing is chrome, although it does kind of grey right there. The stars are also chrome. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. And the big stars, the roundel stars are chrome. The divide between the red and blue is also chrome. It's just, there it is. There's the reflection. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's on the bottom as well or not. The little air vent on the top there is also chrome. Okay, so the roundel star on the bottom is chrome, as are the divides again. And I'm a big fan of that one. Originally, this plane does not come with the normal files. So I'll go to disabled. I'll make this. I've already saved that design to a different folder name. So template P-400. Okay. So we'll go back to the user skins, template P400, and this time, as you can see, there is no normal files. So I will just open the regular texture. They also have a damage texture, but I will go over that on this one because I forgot to do it on the last one. So I'll get rid of that for now. File, open, user skins, template P400, regular template. And this is what we're going to do for this one. Okay, so I'm going to do this one's simple as well. The roundels on this one, I'm only going to do the roundel on the wings, and I'm going to do the teeth on the nose art there. So again, magic wand, just to select all of the roundel. I will zoom in so that I get most of the pixels in here. I'm going to try and make it a little bit better. That didn't work out, so To grab that, I'm going to use this lasso tool, press shift so that it adds to the selection that's already there.
Battery low.
Oh dear, my god, that was loud. And we'll go across there, down there, down there, down there, doesn't really matter. Just press enter and it'll add that in. Well, we don't want that there, so I'm going to press control. That brings up the little minus, and that means we're selecting stuff that we don't want in the selection. So go down around this selection here, enter, and that's no longer in there. Use the magic wand tool just to get that pixel just there. And that will do for that star. This one should be a little bit easier. I've already got that selected, so I'm pressing shift to add to the selection. That star did much better. I don't need to make any corrections on that one. And we're going to do the teeth as well. So the teeth are a little bit dirty, so the colours don't all get selected. The text isn't selected, and I am relatively happy with that selection for those teeth. This one's a little bit more dirty than the previous one, so we have to do it a few more times. Okay, so that's not a perfect selection of that, but that will do. So, like before, once you've got this lot selected, Control C for copying, Control V brings up that layer. Press this button, and you can get rid of this, and you can see the things we're going to make chrome are still there. I'm going to turn that off for now. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to do that. I'm going to right-click this, sorry, and layer to image size creates that. Control C again. I press C a few times just to make sure. Then we can bring that away. Right, yes, of course. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to find the normal for this plane, because it does have a normal map, because as you can see, the plane does reflect the sun, and that's what the normal map does. It defines how the model interacts with the light, basically. And you can see how it's all reflecting the sun and other things. So this plane definitely has a normal, but it does not come up in the template file. So what you have to do is you have to use this this here. When you can't find the normals, what you have to do is use a program called Asset Viewer, which you can find with the War Thunder CDK. Go to the just search in Google War Thunder CDK. You'll find this download page. This is where you get the current version. You press this link just here, and what that gives you is a couple of applications. So it is in the War Thunder CDK file. It is this Windows command script just here, and you launch it through that, and I think then it creates these files icons on the desktop. But it opens this, and you have to give it a minute, because it opens another command window and it loads the assets from the game. But it does take a moment. There's the console window. Okay. And this is a little bit more complicated. So what you have to do here is still go into the game res, go down to the bottom. The plane is a US aircraft, and down here is the USA aircrafts. So now we need to find the P400, and you want the one with the little green kettle pot thing. and this will show you all used textures over on the right hand side over here. And as you can see, the P400 actually uses the normal file for the P39K_1 just there. So what you want to do is click that, and you want to export it as a DDS, and that's just fine. Yes, and I will put that into the correct file. User skins, P400, the P39K_1.n. Yes. Okay, so it doesn't seem to have the damage one, but that's okay because we can make that. That's not a problem. And all we have to do for that, we don't even have to make it. We can just go to the aircraft, and for some reason it's showing. Oh, I've pressed the wrong one. Aircraft. The USA Air BQ, not the Air C. And we will find the P39. The P39K, I believe it was. Yep. So this is the normal that it is using, and this is the damage normal. So we also want this. So you have to find the P39K_1_n for the damage model, and you make sure this is selected as RGBA, and you export to DDS. War Thunder, user skins, template, P400, save. Alright, so we will go back to GIMP. Now, a DDS file is not a very common file, so you do have to install a DDS plugin for the for GIMP. You can find that by googling GIMP DDS plugin, and you will find one eventually. But anyhow, file, open, and then we got the n.dds. You want to press OK to import it, and then you have the normal. Okay, so we already have copied this layer here with the stars on it. We've made it the full size, so we will go ahead onto the normal. Control V. Didn't work. Okay, we'll just make sure it's definitely Control copy. Control V. There we go. Now we got it on there. So just press that little green button, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get this little magic tool, make sure the transparent areas is selected, select the transparent area, Control I to invert the selection. Then we can get rid of that, go on to this one and press delete so that it deletes the normal where it was. And then we can look back at this, and we will go to the colors, threshold, bring the black all the way to the left. That makes everything very, very white. Press OK. Then duplicate that one, duplicate it again. This just means you have a base to colorize each color. So we'll go to the top, color, colorize. And you want to make sure that you get these colors exactly correct. So red, 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 okay. And yet again, it has done something that I didn't want it to do, which was be too bright. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So -4. Okay, so I'm going to go with -5 when it's completely white with the red. Okay, minimize, bash. Do the same again. Colors, colorize. Select blue. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm happy with that again. do it for the green. So again, colors, colorize, green. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. We'll do 5 steps down. Okay, bosh, bosh. It was green in the middle, so we can have red at 48. Green, we want, what was it? I don't remember. 16, I think. And then we've got the blue layer at 28, something like that. That looks similar to the previous one. So we'll file, export as, and then you don't want, because this normal came from a DDS, what you have to do is press this little button here, select file type, go down to about there, and you want to select the tar.ga image and export that as vp_39k_1_n.tga. Press export, and that is now in the file. However, as when we go in the game, you can see that it hasn't changed, and I will get rid of these to show you, or just the number 9 because that's the one that covers it. As you can see, it hasn't taken anything from that normal file. Well, I need to get rid of that file as well, just so you can see that as well. It's on the bottom wing there, but it hasn't done anything, and that's because it didn't come with the normal file in the first place. So, how do we fix this? We go back to War Thunder, and we go to the user skins. Now, I'm gonna jump onto this 39Q 39Q_5 to I already messed up that thing, didn't I? P40, hopefully. Okay, so this one does have normals, so it's not important what number these are, but because we just want to look at this this text file here, and we don't want this one because that is the .c. See, not all plain. Most of the normal textures are _A. But this one is a C, or this one is _1. But in any case, we want the ends. So we want the replace text from T equals blah 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 to that, but we need both because it has the damage one as well. So we just copy this, and if you don't already have a file from a previous attempt at playing with the normal, then you can always pause the video and read and put it in the file that you've created in the temporary file for the P400. So as you can see, it only comes with the P400A and the regular normal texture. So you want to place that in there. But what you want to do is go P400 underscore N. Oh no, it doesn't even need. I just need to take that one out because it has the underscore N there. Oh wait, no, we don't want it to be the P400. Sorry, we want it to be the P_39K_1. So that does have an _1 in it. And we want to do the same for this here. So the 39K. So the P39K _1_N damage. And it, as you can, you need to do it for both. Yeah, you do need to do it for both because it does use the 39K. I was getting confused there, but no. Make sure you do it on both, of course. P39K _1_N_damage. File save. So now that file will read the files that we put in there. Refresh, and that should, in theory, now be Chrome, but it doesn't look like it. See, I had this problem the first time. Oh dear, it's not enjoying that. Ah, no, it has applied it, because as you can see, those teeth there are definitely now Chrome. They were not Chrome before. Maybe it just doesn't like it in certain lights. I forgot we didn't do those roundels. Okay, so yes, you can see that's Chrome there, and this wing as well, that is also Chrome. So now we have successfully added Chrome to this plane. In the correct light, it hasn't affected this teeth because they're very, very white. I'm sure if it was a bit darker, it would probably look a little bit more Chrome even in the sunlight. But just to show you, we will test flight that. Yes, you can see there on that side it is definitely Chrome now. If you zoomed in the wrong place, but it is definitely Chrome on those teeth there. Let's see if we can get it to shine in the sunlight. Okay, so one on the wing does not seem, there you go, there's the reflection on the wing. What about the one on the other side? That is definitely reflecting there. What have we got it over here then? Ah, there you go. Yeah. You can see those teeth are reflecting a little bit there, but it's very, very bright because of the sun right now. So what we do to combat how white it was is we still have the pasted layer of the things we have made Chrome. So I'm just going to use that. I'm going to go colors, exposure, and I'm going to turn the exposure down to make it slightly more grey. Just slightly. Not too much though. About there will do. Okay, file, export. I pressed export as, but I didn't need to. Once you've done it once, you can just press export and it will do it automatically into the file you last did it to. So we will have another quick look at that and see if it's changed. Ah yes, the teeth are now definitely more Chrome even in the menu. So having things a little bit grey where you want the Chrome will certainly make them the effect better in the menu and also in actual flight. Okay, so one problem that we did with the last one that I haven't showed you yet is the damage. And the problem is that the damage is different. And as you can see, we've lost all of the chrome effect there because the damage is obviously different. The damage texture file is different to the one we were using. So we will open both the damage texture file and the damage DDS. We'll get both of those. Okay, so we have the normal and the texture. And what I'm going to do is just grab. So a tip for when you are creating your designs is to use the base file, duplicate it, and then work off of the duplicated file and keep this one completely safe, just in case you do make any mistakes. But also try to keep everything you use in different layers so that you can just copy certain layers and put them into the normals, and anything that you know will need to change. So control copy, make sure we got that. I'm going to stick it on here, control V, as you can see, I've fucked up already, but that's fine because it creates its own layer. So we can just turn that off, and you can see that there is obviously all of this damage here. So I'm going to duplicate this layer. I'm not even entirely sure that I needed to do that, but we'll do it anyway. And what we need to do here is a little more time consuming. So we use the color select tool, make sure that the transparent areas is selected, and we select all the transparent areas. We bring this one back in, we select this layer, and we just press delete. So that will get rid of anything that wasn't supposed to be there. But that's not enough. So what we need to do now is go back onto this one. I'm just going to grab that tool so there's no selection there, go back to the color selection tool, and what we have to do, I'm going to zoom in to do it. We don't need to use all of them, so we will just color select some of this grey, and I think that's not what I wanted. Oh no, that is what I wanted, I think. However, it seems to have selected a lot that I didn't want it to select, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to bring the threshold up, I think. I think that's still not what I want it to be. No, definitely not. Color select. Okay, so maybe the threshold needs to come down then. I'll bring the threshold down to about 7.5. That is a bit better. So I will now press select, and I will make sure that I get most of these grey colours that make up the scratches and dents from damage. And I am happy with that. So now it doesn't need to be perfect because, you know, it's a damaged vehicle anyway. And quite frankly, no one pays it that much attention. So copy what we've got there. And then I'm going to Control V that on this damage one as well. I'm going to bring that on top of the altered things. So that is now perfectly, almost basically perfectly modified damage texture. So we will export as, because we haven't done this one yet, I don't think. Well, I might not have even needed to, but we're going to do it anyway. So we'll do that one as the damage TGA, export, replace, export, and then we have to make our changes to the normal as well. And obviously the normal already has all of that, so that's not a problem. So what we need to do is, just to show you again, is once you've done it on the damage model, is when you copy it from there, copy that again. So as you can see, I've selected this layer and it is still the size of the whole 2048 by 2048 box. And we will take that to the damage. Press Control V, and as you can see, those are now there. However, press that little green symbol again. We do still have to add. We have to do it all again. So, colors, threshold, white. Okay. Duplicate. We'll do the top one first. I will go back to this one to make sure we did it right. So we've got red. So make sure that we've got the top layer selected for these stars and chrome parts. Colors. Colorize. Red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. was either. That looks green, I think. So we will do the green. Colors. Colorize. Green. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then we've got to do the blue. Colors. Colorize. Make sure we get the exact blue. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Okay. So that worked out much better than I thought it would that time. And we will copy the values from here. So 48, 16, 28. 48, 16, 28. So what we didn't do on this one is I forgot to, I'm just going to quickly do the whole selecting the transparent area, Control I to invert the selection, just making sure I'm doing everything correctly, selecting this layer, pressing delete so that it gets rid of the thingy underneath so that it is just our RGB configuration for the Chrome. File, export as, again this was a DDS, so we have to go to the file extensions, choose the TarGA, and it should, that's a perfect name for it anyway, so export that, and hopefully that should be good. So we can refresh this now. Oh, the Chrome is now there on the damage model. This is applied damage, and the mouse repairs damage. So yeah, so it's repaired, broken, repaired, broken. Good. I'm happy with that. As you can see, the Chrome is the same regardless. That's good. So that is how you do skins.